Hello there, this is Cookies. I've got turn 87 of LA Erytheia, where I'm a sub. And we got some income from Arco and had some discussions with Arco where I was kind of saying I'm going to struggle to contribute from here on out in terms of the Wush farm. And Arco was saying how it's probably unlikely to be able to hold the province that the Wush farm's being done in. So, and then Arco's also he's getting just absolutely destroyed by this coalition. So he's been nice enough to send me some boosters to help me get access back to Fire 4 Plus, and some Sanguine Dowsing Rods, some other stuff. Yeah, if I'd realized that well, I knew I wasn't getting attacked as hard, but if I'd realized that it was just kind of like a holding pattern, I probably could have sent more aid to Arco in terms of troops. So that's unfortunate. I did lose a lot of stuff in the raiding game where I just haven't done a great job, but I think I probably could have done more, I want to say. Anyways, we did a mind hunt. We got a new Hesperide, also a mind hunt. Did a couple of scrying pools. And with these, oh, not the commander. We confirmed that the alt site was here the whole time, which is, I think, something I suspected because I saw Wishlord the Golem here. And I was never strong enough to fight Arco, so I don't think it would have changed my diplomacy, but it is interesting that if things had gone slightly different with the coalition on me in the early game, maybe I could have ultraed this and then I could have had the whole alt site discount and everything to myself. That would have been definitely different. Let's see. In terms of some of the fighting this turn, we got raided by some wolves, a werewolf, and then a big golem group came in on Redbud Grove. So let's go ahead and see what this golem is. Just a generic flesh eater golem, right? With some free pearls to probably do anti-magic with. Alright. And then, yeah, so we get raided by that. And then in Pavonia, we do our Great Eagle raids. So I guess I can go look at that. Now, unfortunately, my Great Eagles ran into a vampire because I didn't properly communicate. So that was my bad. Luckily, I didn't kill the vampire, but just losing those eagles sucks. And then I'm going to go ahead and send these birds back to go sit on Calum. Let's see. Additionally, ooh, this is a fun one. All right, so in the Pasture of Wisdom, I send a force just to try and kill as many snakes as possible in the region of our alt site. This is mostly just what I could manage to gather. So we throw up Relief, throw up some fire elementals. I think we doom them. Yep. And we get up anti-magic. There we go. And we throw up Light on the Northern Star. And from here, it's going to be a Gift of Heaven spam with some elementals and some hoplites. And every time one of my mages does Flame Eruption, they yoink themselves because they do too much damage to too many things. Because the AI doesn't really take into account Blood Vengeance when they're deciding what spells to cast. So it's more how much damage can I do rather than will I kill myself. Alright. So how did we do here? Well, we lost, was it 3? Well, the Lich doesn't count. So 3, 4, we lost 15 mages, lost some hoplites, but we also killed 87 tomb worms. And I think that's better than my normal ratio of trading, so seemed to go fairly well. Cleared out some other undead chaff too. Also killed a reborn. So not the worst I've seen. We got some successful retreats as well, including this guy who has some gear, including this gear, which is pretty nice. So all in all, not too bad. We significantly weakened this group of snakes. And then in the White Forest, yeah, that raid. A couple of small battles. Get a golden apple. Mage wounds himself. Interesting. Alright. Now, in terms of what we're doing this turn, so we see a lot of snakes here and here, so they've moved from here to here, which is giving me the impression that they plan to clear out this area. And so what we're going to do is we're going to end up moving this army here, and we're going to move this army onto the throne. And if they're going to spend time up here, I'm going to see if I can run my 2 armies over to this throne. And maybe I can free up that alteration site, because that could be fun. Additionally, trying to build an army here or something. Also trying to send more mages here so I have something to defend this group of forts. Also, this army, I'm going to coalesce an army here, so all this stuff, this stuff, this stuff, this stuff is heading to the Land of Plenty, and we're going to build a new army. This army is going to move and patrol back to here. And while this army could move onto our fort, where we could potentially take a fight, I did also want to kind of check this force, even though they're assaulting this turn, to kind of make it a little bit more, I don't know, hard to predict where I'm going to go in terms of this army. So we'll see what happens. And there's a little bit of new diplomacy updates. So Ulm is, I guess, as soon as Arco's dead, Ulm is going to start their nap countdown with Satis. So maybe someday we'll get some help. And then additionally, Patala has agreed to join in for a 3v1 because we all agreed that would be a little bit more fun. And so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, so losing this Wish Factory is going to make me a lot weaker. The deal we had with Arco was extremely profitable. And I don't think gaining Ulm is going to make... Trading out Arco for Ulm is definitely going to make my position weaker. So if Ulm's going to try to do something, it's probably going to have to be just Ulm. I'm going to see if I can take this alteration site off of Satis. I mean, we'll see if I can take some ports from Satis, but I have a feeling it's going to be very difficult, and he's going to try very hard to prevent me from doing that. So, and losing these 2 armies might kind of, these 2 armies might kind of collapse my northern front. But we got to try and do something. I was considering taking climbing and doing a magic phase raid. So I would send 4 air mages to be communion slaves. I would send climbing, and they would do a communion for something like Communion Master, Power of the Spheres, Doom, Master and Slave, Vortex of Returning, and just see what they could steal. It's an extraordinarily expensive and dangerous plan. And I know the pin bonus is really good, but I also kind of wanted a Ring of Returning because this mage is really important. So there's kind of that. And I think that's most of it. We're continuing to recruit where we can. and we'll just have to see what we can manage in terms of causing attrition, continuing to cause some attrition to Satis, so that other people on the map can try to do something. But I think the game was. I still am in Arca's camp where we think the game was GG the moment Ulm sided with Satis. So, and I know Ulm disagrees, but yeah, I think we're allowed to disagree. So hopefully we get some more good fights out of this, and I'll see you in turn 88. Have a good one.